Are you impressed with what you've seen so far?
Definitely. So interesting. Lots of valuable material.
Do you think the Denmark group would be interested in seeing this?
Yes, very much. We would have to stay here for a week.
Yeah.
Maybe more than that.
This is just an intro. We're getting on 3 or 4 hours.
The UFO library.
Oh, gee.
UFO library.
That's the 1956 film.
Yes, I've got
United Artists.
I've got a poster, a big poster, different one,
Yeah.
like that.
Ja, det är ingen picture
Very
för
gross.
dig. Sluta lite. Ska ni heta en gård?
Red flag.
Yeah, yeah.
Writes full time.
Okay.
Area 51. I know John Lear. I know the Area 51 people. George Knapp. Oh, you haven't got my book yet. I wrote the UFOs Area 51 and Government Performance that George Knapp said is the most likely.
I'm thinking we are like in some of your books.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
it
give
was
you most.
good of you. Yeah. Here this is CP, which is Psychic UFO Context Channelings.
Oh wow.
So that's pretty much what
UFO channels. Yeah. Okay.
from. You know, we usually divide literature by continent. I don't know really why, but you have to divide things to not to make it too big.
Wow.
So it's European, then we have North American starts here.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sick of this stuff. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable collection.
It's completely surreal.
This is a dance.
Yeah, that's actually true, yeah. Wow. Seth speaks, yeah, that's steady her.
Yep.
Walking among us, David Jacobs.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's a mess.
Then we come into Fortean stuff. That's another of our gods. Charles Fort.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So we are collecting much about cryptozoology and such things. You know.
Wow.
It's good.
Look at the boxes.
How many lifetimes could you spend
Frank
going
Scully,
through?
I've got part of his collection. It was at the University of Wyoming. I found it there,
Yeah,
and I've got a lot of that collection.
I have one of those impossible plans. You know, for an archive, I would really like to make, you know, sort of like a map of the world, and every collection that is connected to UFOs or the paranormal.
I can help you with that.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of them.
It's one of my dream projects, but you know, I never get the time for it.
Yeah. I've been to a lot of the ones, most of the ones in the U.S. I've been to.
Yeah.
Collections. Yeah, it's Linda Howe's books. Let's show Linda Howe her books here, so she can see her books in the library there. There's your books, Linda. Crop circles. Oh, look at the crop circle books. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jesus.
We are in contact with the guy who is photographing all those circles every summer. He is thinking of donating his pictures to our files. You know, we have a first batch of those pictures coming in soon.
Wow.
There's some new guy filming it in 4K. He has a drone. He flies over.
Yeah.
Really great.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the
Well,
same.
this guy has been. He has a private plane, Busty Taylor.
Oh yeah, that's
You heard
yeah.
him.
Oh yeah, that's Colin Andrews'
Yeah,
associate.
yeah.
We got Colin Andrews' book. Can we see that one? The famous Colin Andrews book. Let's film
Yes,
this.
yeah, sure.
Colin Andrews. I'm good friends with Colin Andrews.
Let's see here. Vad talar ni nu? Oh, Colin Andrews. That's one of them.
Yeah. Let's see, here's Colin Andrews' book. Yeah. So Bussy Taylor's photographs. Wow.
Yep. So
Yeah.
we're hoping to get them eventually. We don't.
Did Michael come here to do research, or is he
No.
just used for our own
No,
stuff?
he
Yeah?
did not. That's not one syllable from the secret documents.
Has anybody come to see the documents from around the world to research them? The ghosts?
There was, let's see here, there was one great guy from France who had secretly traveled to Stockholm and found through those documents. But you have to know Swedish.
Oh, I see. Okay, they're all in Swedish. Yeah.
So what Americans could do is to sponsor one of our websites.
Yeah.
Which is really in our own in AFU's domain, you know.
Yeah.
We should really like to have it in our as a sub web page to our own.
Yeah.
It's www.ghostrockets.com.
Okay.
There you have all the documents, and we had a translation project so that you
Okay.
can see the document and you can see a translation.
And has it been finished, or you need
It's
sponsorship for it?
we need sponsorship. It's half finished, you know, but
So what would you figure
it-
for a cost for, like, in American dollars to?
Oh,
Because that would be a good project, I think, for
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
to take up.
yes.
That's important history.
We really would like to transform that into more or less a Scandinavian documentary project for the UFO thing, you know.
Yeah.
Because there's so much, not just the ghost rockets, but we do have some rather nice cases
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
show the world. Sort
Yeah.
of.
But I think you're most famous for the ghost rockets. Like
Yeah.
everybody in America knows
Yeah.
the ghost rocket story.
Grant,
Yes.
some books you're interested in over here.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, look at this. These are the books I was going to buy, your extra ones, J.J. Benitez. Because I'm
Aye.
writing a book on this now,
Yeah.
on the Mission Rahma
Okay.
story.
Okay.
And he was the original reporter that went there and had the sighting and decided he was going to do a book. Now I'm doing an English book, and he did the Spanish books.
Okay.
So mine will be the first sort of English
Yeah.
book on this bizarre sort of group that these contactees from Peru and
Peru, that's Sixto Pass.
yeah. So I've interviewed Sixto and I've interviewed all these people, and I'm
Aye.
putting it together. But he was the first guy that went to see Sixto Paz and suddenly figured this is a real legitimate phenomena, and wrote the book and did the Spanish articles and stuff.
Okay.
So interesting. Oh my goodness, Italy. Paula will be interested in that. Even Paula had to come here just to read the Italian, because she travels
Well,
the world.
You know, I visited the Italians' own archive, and they have a lot more, of course. But
Oh yeah, where's that?
in Turin,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
they have a triangular facility in the bottom of a high-rise building. It's about 180 square meters.
Okay.
But I was a little bit put back by the smell of it all. You know, you know, it's really
Yeah.
not. It's not a tight facility. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Wow. And so are there any other big collections comparable to this in the world?
well, there's Kufos, there's Roddyke, and there's Turin.
Okay.
And then there's the one now that they recently started in Germany.
Yeah.
They have a rather impressive collection, you know. But,
Have you seen the Kufos? Did you ever see the Kufos collection? Because it's nothing compared to this. I've seen the Kufos collection.
Klaus, our chairman, he was visiting Chicago
Yeah.
about 20,
Okay,
30
yeah,
years
yeah,
ago,
yeah.
when they had the facility.
Yeah, yeah, I was
to
at the
have
facility.
it.
Yeah, but it's impressive, but it's nothing compared to this. Wow,
Have you seen any of those books? This is a Russian samizdat book.
no, no, no.
You know, during the Soviet years,
Oh my goodness.
some
Look at
subjects were not allowed, you know, like writing about UFOs. So they
that. So this is like a private person's stuff?
yeah, they did this on typewriter
Oh my goodness.
with carbon copies, 3 or 4 or 5 copies maybe, and then they collected the
Oh, my
illustrations, and then they, you know.
So this would be a one-time book?
Yeah, it's really, this exists maybe in 4 or 5 copies at the
Wow.
most.
That's pretty impressive stuff, yeah.
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 So it's, this was forbidden stuff.
Exactly.
And actually what this shows, you know.
Are these actual photographs?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's Russian photographs.
Take a look at these photos here.
I don't know if this, but this it sounds suspicious, you know.
Just
But-
leave
Yeah.
it just a minute. And just keep getting your hand.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's this book is really about Russian space shots,
Okay,
their own military experiments,
yeah.
because Russian newspapers never wrote about what happened. So
Yeah, yeah,
they
exactly. That's why it'd
got
be a private book.
they were educated from the West, sort of.
Wow, that's, for me that's gold. This
Yeah,
stuff.
oh yeah.
We have just
they'll
sorted
table
out Russian collection.
Well, you can read Russian. Here's a guy that'll help you here. Can read
Uh-huh.
Russian.
Well, I can read it, but I cannot. Maybe I don't understand.
Okay, so
it.
show us something significant in there that
Okay, let
might
me
be.
see.
There might be 1 or 2 significant sightings, but finding them among
Yeah.
the real rockets.
Yeah.
You know, we saw those space shots from Sweden.
Oh yeah.
If you look at our files from the 1970s and 80s, maybe 50% are
It's a database.
Russian rocket shots.
So what is this here? Like, what are they explaining
Well,
here?
they said some different cases of UFOs. I don't understand this word. Ranoi. Well, it in the beginning of something
September.
Senatoria.
Yes.
1977.
There was
What's this diagram? Is that a UFO diagram? Or
Yeah,
is that a...
different case. I think it's light. It's only the light.
there was the Petrozavodsk phenomenon in September 77.
Yeah.
Maybe it's about that. That was also written about throughout the literature, UFO literature, but it's actually a rocket sent up.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. So.
There are several of these where also some of these rockets they release something off
Oh
when
yeah,
they go off.
and
and people are
they had
mistaken.
and they had new kinds of fuels, you know, like
Wow.
gases
Yeah.
that burnt and
Yeah, it created some kind
colors
of
and plumes and
plasma kind of looking things. Yeah.
Phenomenon.
That's fascinating stuff.
Yeah, it's
now we have printed much of the documents that have been published on the internet
Oh, okay.
in series, you know.
Have you got the Rockefeller Initiative documents? The 1,000 pages from the Clinton White House about Hillary Clinton and...
I'm not certain.
Oh, okay, because those are very... I recovered those documents, 1,000
Yeah.
pages of the ones with where
Aye.
Rockefeller is dealing with the Clinton White House with a science advisor.
Okay.
Hillary's name is in the documents and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have to get you a copy of those. 'Cause
Ah,
that's
only
that-
6,000 pages?
1,000 pages.
1,000 pages.
But they're the most
That's
famous,
nothing.
the most famous UFO documents in the
You
United
still-
I
States.
have to put out the light
On the
here.
light, okay.
Yeah.
There's room for them down in the corner.
Yeah.
And now they, like the Clinton documents, they went to the Clinton White House, they don't have them. Went to the National Archives, they said they don't have them. They've disappeared. I'm the only one that has them in the world, so. And they were recovered, they were given on their
Ja, men det er en
from the Clinton White House when they were still in power. And then once they left,
det är
then I
något
guess
de
they
talar om.
destroyed them or
Ja, ja, ja.
disappeared
I
or-
thought there was a Clinton archive or something.
Yeah, but they don't have them. They said no, we don't have them, and I sent them the FOA with the document names
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
They said no, we don't have them, and they played the game. We don't have them, and I said,
Maybe
well, I've got all the
The
documents.
Clintons have them at home, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking somebody said to photocopy them and send them
Yeah.
to the library and say you're missing some documents. Here's,
Yeah.
here's the actual document.
Too much pornography.
You know, John Podesta's name and Hillary's name and a memo to President Clinton is on one of the document from the science advisor to the president.